Hi, I'm Kevin Hansen with White Glove Home Improvements. Our landscape division has brought to my attention something I think everyone ought to know about. As you know, we've had a terrible winter this year with temperatures in the Christmas time that were well under the freezing mark. In fact, we had days that didn't get over 20 degrees for multiple days in a row. That's left a lot of damage to our palm trees. As you can see in this area behind me, these palms have all been severely damaged because of the cold weather. One of the things that we have learned is that if we can apply a mildewcide, some type of fungicidal on the palms, we can reduce the risk of having those palm trees die because of the inherent danger of having a fungicide deep down into the head of the palms. We call that the heart. That area needs to be preserved. So our intent today is to show you what can be done to save the palm trees. That's our interest here. So whether you have us do the work or you do it yourself, it's up to you. I'd like to introduce Steve. Steve is my landscape foreman and he'll be assisting me today. So step one is to get rid of the palm fronds that are dead. Get those out of the way so we can get into the heart of the palm. When we see some green down here, that gives us some hope that this palm can be preserved. As you notice, everything that we're cutting through is dead wood. The dead wood isn't going to do anything good for this palm tree. Normally, we would stay at a horizontal line when trimming any palms and not trim anything above that line to let the nutrition from each one of the palm fronds go back into the head of the palm tree as it's growing a new growth. What we're looking for is this problem area right here. As you notice, down inside the palm, in these areas right here, look at the mold growth. That's our concern. We're trying to do whatever we can to preserve this tree. That mold is going to kill it if we don't take care of it.
Now if you see up here, you have some mold growing, but a certain amount of fungus is okay and will always be growing on palm trees. This isn't exactly what we're looking for. We're looking deeper into the heart of the palm for that mold issue that Kevin was showing you about earlier. Now what Kevin's done here is it's important to remember that palm trees actually use the leaves that are dying to feed the beginning growth of the new fronds. So it's important to be aware of that and not to cut anything off that the tree is still using. So what Kevin has done here is perfect.
So now once that's out of the way, that's when we can come in here and really treat what the real problem is.
Now this green is what we're looking for in the palm. This gives it real hope for the palm tree that it's going to be able to make it through this freeze that it's had. We have a lot of mold here, but what we're going to do is use our spray, treat this mold, and with this green, it's high hopes that this tree is going to be just fine.
So what we're using is a copper fungicidal spray. This solution is what will kill any of the fungicides, your molds, your mildews, that are happening in that stressed plant. We put that on, we make sure that we're suited up. You don't want to get any on your skin, your hands, your face, and you don't want to breathe any of those vapors. One of the other things that is recommended is that you don't use any water that's below a 6.5 pH. The value of pH is to get the water to absorb into the plant and bring its ability to kill the mold along with it. So we'll have a special water that we use that is at 9.5% with a water alkaline machine. So now what we're doing is Steve is applying the copper sulfate all on this tree. The attempt is to get every surface as wet as possible. We want to make sure that any of that fungus that's on there will get killed. So as he does that, the fungicidal will also drop down into the palm and help right at the heart where we want to make sure that we don't have any fungus that's going to keep it from coming back out. We've got warmer weather. The warmer weather is going to promote this palm to want to start to grow again. Now's the time to apply this to see if we can't inhibit any of the damage that has occurred because of this hard frost that happened this year from keeping them from having the opportunity to grow. So the idea of this canopy we've created has to start back in the fall. So in the fall, please don't cut your palms, trim off the fronds so that this doesn't have a chance to happen. As the fronds come down, it allows the heat that's coming up off the ground to get trapped under the palm and create even more warmth for the palm during those winter months when you want the head of the palm to stay warm. Now that it's springtime, all of this can go away because we're trying to get to the heart of the palm, spray it with this fungicide, and get rid of that fungus and let this palm have a good healthy spring start. Hopefully this video we've shown you will help give you some idea of what you can do to take those palms in your backyard that look like the ones I showed you earlier in this video and bring them back to what they should be, like these palms that are here in St. George in the nursery. Thank you very much. Again, I'm Kevin Hansen, White Glove Home Improvements. If we can help you, let us know. All the information regarding this will be on the website, as well as prices if you'd like us to help you. Thank you.